Hello everyone, this is Arindam here and I'm back yet again with another video, and the topic of today's video is how to exactly buy a FIFA World Cup ticket. So I have previously put in content in my website and also in the YouTube channel on how to buy FIFA World Cup tickets and what is our experience on that. But I think there are still some confusion regarding how to exactly go about it, because I keep getting questions on what is the exact procedure. So I'll make a really short and crisp video on what is the exact flow of buying ticket, on what are the phases, what are the payment modes, how to collect the tickets and so on. So just before and also at the end of the video I'll show you one of my tickets from the FIFA World Cup Russia. So stay tuned till the end, and just a small request, if you like the information in the video, please put it a thumbs up, because I'm seeing that many of you are actually seeing the video but not really and not putting it a thumbs up or not liking it, and also not subscribing the channel. Please do it so that I get a little more motivation to make this kind of videos in future. Thanks. So let's get on with it without wasting any more time. So let's talk about the phases first. So there are basically three phases, like I mentioned in my previous videos. There is the first sale phase, the second sale phase, and there is the last minute sales phase. So the first two sales phase have two sub phases. The first sub phase is called the random selection draw, and the second sub phase is called the first come first service draw. So the difference between the first two phases is that during the first phase the teams are not yet announced, so it's like throwing stones in the dark. And in the second phase you know which are the teams, so you know exactly which are the matches that you want to watch. But during the first phase people usually apply for the big matches and stuff like that, the final, the semi-final, because the teams are not known. But so that's your chance to get some good tickets, good if you're lucky enough, you can get some good group match tickets during this phase, because no one really applies for these kind of tickets in the first phase, because the teams are not yet known. So and in the last phase the tickets are usually sold after the tournament has begun. So you can buy the tickets online, or you can buy it in the host country from the physical ticketing centers. So how do you apply for these tickets? So I talked about the phases. Now how do you apply for this? So you need to open an account in the FIFA website. So you can do that either by using a Google account or your Facebook account, or you can just independently open an account with any of your email IDs. So once you do that, you have to go to the ticketing section. Once the ticketing session has actually started, you will see that option popping up everywhere in a quite visible manner in most of the places in the website. So you go there and you have to fill in your forms. You have to fill in your details like passport and stuff like that, and then you have to put in application on what are the matches that you want to watch and which categories. I'll talk about the categories in a minute. So which are the categories, which are the match, and then you have to submit your application, and you also have to put your payment details. So payment is done only by cards. So you have to put in the details of an international debit card or a credit card. So you'll need that, and then you put in your application, and if your application is successful during the random selection draw, you will get an email that your that your application is successful, and money will be deducted accordingly from your debit or credit card. But in the first come first service, it is more like booking a Tatkal train ticket. If you are an Indian, you know that. So you have to log in quickly in the server, and then book the tickets, and then you have to check out immediately as soon as you can, so that you are not kicked out of the system, because they only allow you to stay in that system for 10 minutes. So okay, so I talked about how you open an account, and then you do that. Then the random selection draw application is pretty easy, but in the first come first service part, you have to log in beforehand. it's ideal to log in beforehand. Actually, you don't have to log in beforehand, but when you, so let's say the ticketing starts at 10 p.m. today, and you log in at 10 p.m., you will be shown that you are in a queue. I'll just put a picture somewhere over here so that you see exactly how it how what the website says basically. And if you log in before that, they tell you that you are in a line. So what I did, we got our tickets in the first come first service phase of the second phase. So we knew which team is going to play which matches and which are the probable teams in the quarterfinal and the semi-finals. So at that point, I actually logged in to the system, and in the ticketing section 2 days before the actual ticketing sales was starting. So I was shown a thing called you are in a line, and once the ticketing sales started, it said that you are in a queue. So it took me about an hour to get into actually get into the system and then book the tickets. So once you, okay, let's say that you have gone into the system and you have booked the tickets and you have made the payment successfully. It's like any online shopping thing. It's nothing crazy, but you have to fill in some details, extra details like your passport ID, your nationality and stuff like that, and then you make the payment. Once the payment is done, you get an email, and also it reflects on your FIFA account that which are the tickets you are successful, which are the tickets you have successfully got. So, and what are the prices for the tickets and the total price of the tickets, and all this information will be there in the website as well. And also you will get an email confirmation. Don't panic that if you don't get an email confirmation immediately. It takes a while. It took us about an hour or so to get the email confirmation, but once the payment is gone through and you have it shows in your FIFA account, you will definitely get the tickets. So don't worry. So the next thing that I want to talk about is the payment. So the payment mode, like I mentioned, you have to do it with your card. So make sure that you have an international debit card, because all the transaction happens in dollars. So one mistake that I made was I had an international debit card, but the international transactions were not activated. So I had to transfer money quickly to Shobik's account, which was an international debit card, and had the international transaction facilities activated. So all these things had happened in a very short time, and it was quite a mess actually, but still we got it luckily. But make sure that you have an international debit card or credit card ready for this for buying the tickets. So the next thing that I want to talk about is the category. So there are for Russia there were 3 categories basically. The first category is I'll just put a picture over here as well so that you get a visual of the stadium. So the first category is basically the best view that you get, like you see a match in the television either near the press box or just the opposite. So that is the category 1, and then the 4 corners of the stadium, so that is the category 2, and the third category is the category just behind the goal post. And there was a 4th category as well that was only reserved for the Russian citizen or the citizen of the host country, and it was behind the goalpost but on the top. So it's the least so it's not really the best seats. It's one of the worst seats in the stadium. So but that was reserved for the citizens of the host country, and it was given, the price of the tickets were very low. So, and it was in the website also, the prices were not given in dollars, and for the other categories the prices were in dollars. So the most expensive one is the category 1, the second expensive one is the category 2, and the third expensive one is the category 3, and the 4th one is the least expensive. But if you are not if you are not a citizen of the host country, you will not be able to apply that for that. So okay, the next thing that I want to talk about is how you get the tickets delivered. So you have a confirmation email, you have it shows it reflects in your account that you have got your tickets, but then how do you get the tickets in your hand? It's simple. You don't have to do anything, you just have to wait. It is delivered to you, to us. It was delivered to us by FedEx. It was a private courier company, and it came from all the way from Italy. It was me and Shobik had given the same address, so both the tickets came to me. So okay, so one thing just I forgot to mention over here, that in my last video I had said that you can buy tickets for up to 7 people, but it was actually for up to 4 people that you can buy, and for 7 matches. Okay, so I you have, so if I am applying, I can have 3 more guests with me, and only for 7 matches. That is what FIFA allows in you in practice. But if someone else, in let's say the other 3 person makes another application and for different matches and stuff like that, so you can manipulate the system and you can do that, but that is not advisable by FIFA. Okay, so these are the important things that I think you need to know for now. The video is getting really long, so I'll just, as I promised, that I'll show you my ticket. So once we got the ticket, it came in a big envelope, and then it had envelopes like this, small envelopes like this in the inside of that, and my address was here. And then we had a rules and regulation kind of thing. It's a long document, so you have to read through it, and it says what are the rules of the stadium and what you should do and what you should not do. And this is actually the ticket of a match. This is the match. This is the match between England and Belgium. It's, I think, in reverse, but I think you'll get an idea of what it is. And see, but one thing I just want to mention here, that once you book the tickets, you will know that which category you have booked. You will not know the exact seat when you have booked the tickets. You will only get to know the exact seat once you have received the ticket. So over here is the exact seat, which block and stuff like that, and you have your name over here. Okay, so this is how a FIFA World Cup tickets look like. So they scan this portion and then see that it's a valid ticket, and then they let you in. So I'll just end it over here. I think it's more than 10 minutes. So if you have any query, just put it on the comments below, and please like the video as well, like I mentioned earlier. So let's end it over here, and I'll get back to you with other information shortly. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.